Yeah, the Doritos contest is something that's a pretty big part of SmallHD's history. You might know that. We've entered it a couple times and we've won it twice. It kind of got us into making monitors to begin with, and then earned us some money to launch the DP6 a while back, which is really, really cool. So it's a fun contest, and we actually participated last year. We just got out and shot an ad that we thought was going to be a lot of fun. And I love that kind of indie shooting. I mean, there's always so much going on, so many crazy problems to solve. We had a shot that involved some big mascot costumes, and there were definitely some challenges we faced there that we had to overcome.
I know that looks weird. That's just Dale's butt.
The fact that you have
with
shoulders makes the zebra look
a
very funny.
pool noodle between it. I've got it running this way, which kind of looks a little weird too, but it's just to hold the zebra body in place. These are the links we're going to.
Bend your knees when you walk.
They're headed out into the sea.
How was that?
Awesome. So hot. Crazy.
Oh yeah. This saved my life.
How you feeling, Wes?
Pretty good. This water bottle saved my life. I was like pressing it up against my face.
This shoot was different than ones in the past because it felt a lot bigger. We had a lot more people involved, a lot more collaboration. We did a shoot at the zoo here in North Carolina, which was really neat. So it's kind of an on-location shoot. We collaborated with Rhett and Link, who are big YouTube guys, and they were really fun to work with on just creating the ideas for the ad. The story is really key, so we spent the most time trying to hone that in and get a good 30-second story, and then from there it spun off so many other issues. We had to get these big costumes made, and there were just different elements that we tried to add in with all these different pieces of comedy, as well as some fairly substantial technical hurdles with some special effects.
Here we go. We're at the zoo. Gonna make a Super Bowl ad.
So there's a part in our ad where a lion steals Doritos from the zebra and can't see where he's going, and he bumps into this rail and he falls 50 feet down into an actual lion pit. So our mascot lion is supposed to fall, land, get up immediately and run away. And that's pretty challenging. I mean, first we had to coordinate this fall over this rail, which was interesting, and then the landing and getting up and running away. That presented a particular challenge because we had to do some matching of two shots that were shot completely at different times. One basically had a 2x4 crash test dummy stuffed inside the suit that we dropped, and then we had one of our employees here actually was inside the costume. Had to get up and run, and so we had to combine those shots in a way where it didn't look very seamless, and that was a pretty big challenge because there on location we couldn't get the shots aligned very well, very perfectly. We spent actually a lot of days in doing testing with some of our other costumes to try to figure out the best way of doing that alignment, and it was really tricky to do, and it wasn't perfect, so we ended up spending a lot of time in post trying to correct that, and it turned out okay, but it was definitely a lot of work. The shot we were trying to accomplish with the lion landing and then immediately getting up and running away was really tricky, and it involved us doing a lot of pre-production planning to make that work, and the biggest challenge was getting that image, those two images that were shot at different times to line up. And so having an image capture and overlay feature at that time would have been really helpful, which is ultimately why we've designed it into the DP7 Pro as a key feature to help with these types of post-production challenges. And so whereas something took us several days to kind of figure out the best technique for it, now there's something in the DP7 Pro that allows you to do those kinds of effect shots immediately. We are ultimately trying to make products that kind of get out of the way and allow you to focus on the creativity rather than the technology. And I think that I would recommend doing the Super Bowl ad contest to anybody because it really tells you and teaches you how critical the story element is in a short ad like this. It's so important. You should spend most of your time on that.